am now, hopefully, streaming this. Damn it. Doesn't want to cooperate. It's been a long day. Okay, so this is whatever part number it is on the blown engine. It's been a long day. More cuts on my hands. Not to deal with the engine, but sure made it hard on one of them. But this thing will probably bust for a minute. I'm going to get a picture that some pictures I took, because I'm not connected to my I don't have webcam over there. I need to get one. Actually, I need to just get me an extension USB and mic cable and just use my webcam and pull it through a little hole in the wall or something so I can show over there what's going on. Okay. I didn't get started until about 1:45 today. I was trying to do some work to earn some money. And it was a pain in the ass. Oops, did not mean to do that. Okay. We will download it. I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah, that. Okay. There we go. Download that. Try and download these pictures so I can show them to you. Hopefully it works out. Now, go back to my video. Shows I'm still doing good. Anyway, it's been a very, very, very long day. How would I say it? Worked my butt off over at my buddy's place for a few hours, and then came back here, grabbed me something to eat for lunch, and went to work some more. God, this camera's grainy tonight. Hell. Check my frame rate. Okay, can't do that. I am going to pull up, hopefully without copying data. Same problem I had the other day. See if I can get that over here a little bit. Yep, I'm showing it's good. Still not showing data. Okay, it's just my connection's not very good. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go to. It shouldn't affect what I'm doing with you. And it lost signal again. Let's see what she does. I'm still learning this this here stuff, so bear with me. in there, so it's gotta be in downloads. I keep forgetting this thing's set to automatically save to drive E, and that's what's giving me the issue. There we go. Okay. Now, we are going to attempt this the fun way. I'm showing you're still seeing, or it's still transmitting data, so come on, you dang thing. Okay, here's one. I'll add another scene. Weird how this thing does. I'm still, how would you say it, learning this. This is not exactly the easiest thing to do, figuring this stuff out without having somebody who already knows it here to help you. Let's go back, add image, okay, yeah, that's right. Anyway, before I started this morning, the pistons were so nasty on that from that engine. I've never seen anything like it. I actually had to fight to get the pistons out of the bores because the carbon buildup was at the top of the bore, where the piston doesn't travel to the very top of that bore, the cylinder bore. So it was hard to pull it out, and I finally got it figured out and got it out of there. Each cylinder, each of the pistons, and today I wound up having to clean them. And I did manage to take a picture of them before I did it. That thing is not quite the right way. Okay, now I'm having to shrink this image way the hell down so that you all can see it. Because it's just, it's a pain in the ass. I'm probably doing it wrong, but hell. And of course, pictures on its side. Go figure. I hate when that happens. Anyway, let me get to the first image. Oh, great. Shit. Image. Okay. Screw it. I'll just do it on my using my phone to show you the picture, because I'm not going to sit here and fight with it. Not. Okay, lost the connection. Go over to my OBS. Okay. Now, you can't tell too well what's going on here. Let me adjust my brightness a little bit. That might help. Okay, let's try it again. There. That is a little bit better. Okay, you can see how black the piston is and all that. There's all sorts of crud on there. Looks pretty rough. Okay. Now, it took me about 5 minutes per piston, and black like it was. So that made a big difference. Now, I think y'all got to see it last night, what I had, what the engine looked like. Okay. Completely apart. Okay, there we go. Completely apart, and it's still apart, but let me get out of that and get back on here so you can see it. I just got everything stacked up right now, so it's closed up for the night, and now it's covered with plastic, but that was one picture of one side of it, and there's the other. It's called, the paint was called Cobalt Metallic Blue. I like how it looks when it's done. I discovered the block was cast iron, not aluminum, and I thought it was aluminum block. So I decided, since I had it out to be repaired anyway, I may as well go ahead and paint it and keep it looking good. It's not perfect, but it looks a hell of a lot better. Tomorrow I've got to go pick up some brake cleaner, because it has acetone in it, and I want to clean up the all the oil and dust and stuff off the crankshaft before I put it in. Also do the same with the main bearings and main bearing journals and the rod bearing journals on the block before I put everything in. That way there, I know it's clean, there's no dust in there, and it's not going to tear it up. Normally you just use like acetone or whatever. I want to make sure I get all the dust off, and the best way to do it is to spray it down. And I could fill a spray bottle with paint thinner, which I might go ahead and do that tomorrow instead. But when I put the head gasket on and all that, I will be cleaning the surfaces with acetone for those mating surfaces to get rid of any oil residue off there. That way there, I know it's going to seal right. I don't know if it's really required that you do that, but that's the way I was taught, was you want it to be as clean as humanly possible. And somewhere I have a quart of acetone, but right now my garage is a mess because I've been doing a lot of stuff, and I'm not digging for it. Screw it. Spending way too much money on this, getting this done, and I really can't afford it, but I have no choice. I was going to rent a spring compressor, or a ring compressor, so I could put the pistons back in the cylinder bores, but really I can't afford to rent another tool. I've already had to rent the Harmont balancer puller, and I got to return that tomorrow too. but that's life. Uh, Another little funky subject. I had I didn't think anything of it last night. I'd gotten a call from somebody saying they were, well, it wasn't even a person, it was a computerized voice saying that I owed the IRS money and I needed to call them within 24 hours or face legal actions and all this. And I'm like, no, that don't sound right. So I just ignored it. And then earlier today, they called again. This time here, they're saying that I need to call immediately or the IRS is going to file a lawsuit against me and da da da. And I'm like, okay, I recognize the number is a number from Houston, Texas, 713 area code, and if you lived in the Houston area at all, you know what area code it is. Now, I think there's an IRS, a main IRS location there in Houston, but I can't swear to it. So I went ahead, and when I got back here to the house and everything, I went ahead and pulled up on the computer the number, and it's been recorded as a scam number. Somebody's trying to do an IRS scam. So be aware of this. The IRS will not call you threatening you like that, demanding money and all this. They will not. And that's what I did. So be aware of that. Thankfully, I was already suspicious of it, so I didn't do anything. These people are going around and they're taking people who barely have money as is, taking their money. And it sucks. And if I ever get lucky to catch the person doing stuff like that, God help them, because they will wind up in prison. To help me get the engine rebuilt. And it's like earlier today I talked to him, and he's like, oh yeah, I come over for a little bit this evening and help. And I knew he had to go home. He went home at the same time I did, 1:15. I know he had to put his son down for his nap and eat something for lunch. So I gave him about an hour, started texting him, and he wouldn't answer. Finally, 4:45, I texted him. I said, you need a ride need me to pick you up so you can come over here and help me? And within minutes, he texted me back and said, no, I'm not going to be able to help you out today. I'm getting ready to cook dinner. And it's like, what? And I texted him right back, and I'm like, dude, I've been asking you to help me for hours. I've been trying to get you out here, get a hold of you, and you just ignored me. And now you're getting ready to cook dinner? Man, don't even worry about it. I got this. And I'm so sick of it. I'm not helping him anymore. I've helped this dude since day one, literally. And I can't keep doing this, you know. Everything I've done. He had friends of his give him a car. Okay? He had it for a few months, and totally. Okay? I pushed his car back to his place, and we parked it, and then I had a 96 Nissan Maxima. It was, I was in the middle of trying to get the head gasket done on it because it blew a head gasket from overheating. And I really didn't have time to fix it myself, you know. So I gave it to him. I told him, hey, if you want it, you can have it, you know, I'll help you get it over here and help you get it going again. No big deal. But we've got the heads on. I've got the cams back in place in the heads. Timing chain is on, timing chain cover and all that. It's 2/3 of the way back together, and I can't get them out there to do it, to mess with it. Okay? Landlord's now threatening to tow the car because it's not in running condition. Not right. But I'm tired of it. Then, because I was going out of town for Christmas vacation, I was letting them drive the van. That's all it was supposed to be. When I got back from Christmas, I took the van back. So I'm like, well, I got my buddy's car over here. I'll just go ahead and drive that and leave him the van. Let him drive it for now. And then he wasn't even checking on the oil, making sure it had plenty of oil in it, hardly, you know. And finally, I had to take it back because I needed it. And then this happens. It's like, no, 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 I'm not doing this anymore. You know, you can't. People will take advantage of you until you're so sick of it, you stop it. And that's what I'm doing. Enough is enough. I'm done. Um, he needs to learn to help himself. And I know part of his deal is he's becoming unreliable. At first, he was real good. He wasn't. He didn't even. He was doing good because he wasn't smoking marijuana. He wasn't doing marijuana. He wasn't doing any kind of drugs except for what he was supposed to be doing. He takes methadone, and he was doing good. Now he started smoking marijuana, and he has become totally unreliable. And you know, I'm not gonna enable him. I've taken all my tools back from over there. I leave my tools over there so he could use them to work. Now I'm gonna go ahead and uh, I'm gonna go ahead and wind up scraping up the money and just give him his portion of the money for the air compressor and keep it for myself. I don't like doing that, but you got to do it at some point or another. So, such is life. And I've learned I have to do life. And this is one of those. So, but there's not much I can do about it. And he may hate it, but I'm not going to let him ruin things for me. As far as I'm concerned, he's going to have to prove to me once again he can do right before I start helping him again. And I really like the guy. I like his wife. I love his son. They are the best people until he has started smoking his marijuana. And that's when things changed. And I pray that he stops smoking marijuana, and I know he won't. I've got to end this broadcast because I've got to go in and get cleaned up and get ready for bed. I am tired as hell, and I'm going to be spending all day working on this thing trying to get that engine in because I need it done. I need the engine in and the van running Friday, and it's going to be a pain in the butt getting it there, but I'm going to be spending the next 2 days getting it done. So, catch y'all on the flip side. I know I lost a lot of frames with this broadcast, even though it says I haven't, which is weird. Well, I guess I'm going to have to call this one a quits because I am done for the day. Hopefully this recording turned out better than the one last night. I'm slowly learning. I keep forgetting to bring my headphones out so I can listen in on what's going on. And of course this thing's not got the Bluetooth capability, so even if I have my Bluetooth headphones, I couldn't even use those. Go figure. Anyway, later. Please comment, like, and subscribe.